Hello, this is Antara from Impact Magazine, and today I have the privilege of talking to Mr. Shyam Motwani, Business Head, Locks and Architectural Solutions at Godrej Enterprises Group. So, Mr. Motwani has been associated with Godrej for a decade now, and he has been shaping the brand's growth and the marketing messaging. And he is here to walk us through the recent campaigns and the growth today. Welcome to Impact Magazine.
Thank you.
So, my first question would be: Godrej has been Godrej Locks has been seen as a epitome of legacy trust, and right now it has been evolving with new age technologies and security and safety. So, how would you say this has evolved in the age?
Well, I think you see the fact is that over the several decades that we've been in this business of safety solutions and have come to enjoy the trust of several millions of consumers both in India and abroad. Over a period of time, we have, in a way, traveled this road or this journey of actually building applications around several technology platforms which are largely mechanical in nature. And we had become the only company, maybe early 21st century, late 20th century, to offer the finest mechanical technology platform that money could buy, the world's finest mechanical technology platform called the 3KS technology. And we had built several applications both for users, end users, retail consumers, and also B2B customers. And over a period of time, we realized that with the advent of electronics and mechatronics and digital, and especially in the 21st century, the beginning and a little later, we realized that in closer home countries like the Southeast Asian countries, we realized that there was a perceptible shift from mechanical to digital. And we were in talks with many such companies and also the people in those countries, and trying to figure out what was causing the change. So we realized that now there were three things that were driving this in a way change from purely mechanical to what is called as mechatronic. So you had a mechanical contraption which was actually the physical portion that would engage the door and the frame and keep it in a lock position. But the manner in which you access the lock would be digital in nature. And the advantages that were being seen was that you don't need to have a key to operate the lock. So that was helping people to go keyless. It was supposed to be offering customized safety access to your home and office, which means individual members of the family could use different ways of accessing the entry to the house or to the office. So that was like very, very useful for people and found to be useful for people. And the third thing, it looked good on the door. So combined result of all these three benefits led to early adoption in those countries, and we realized that as a leading brand we should also be starting to work on it, and that's how we made the transition. And this started I think way back in 2016, almost 10 years back. And then from there we've now come a whole hog on the development of these digital products which are done in-house. The industrial design is done in-house, the hardware, firmware, software, everything is designed in-house. We work with a set of competent partners as part of the ecosystem, and then we make these locks in our own factory. So we've come thus far now in this journey, and we continue to also do even now better than what we were doing in the past with mechanical solutions.
Okay. So, but how would you say that marketing approach or communication approach has evolved with this evolution?
Well, marketing has also possibly taken to digital in a big way.
Yeah.
So from the traditional, media vehicles, which were largely print and television, now it has moved into digital. So, and since the audiences have also moved digital, and social media is the most, I think, preferred way to be connected and informed and also know more about what's happening around us, I think the budgets and the spends and the plans have centered around these new digital advertising, digital marketing vehicles, and that's what each one is doing. And we've been also on this for a very long time now.
Okay. So if we talk about the Har Ghar Surakshit campaign,
Hmm.
it has been running from a long time.
Hmm.
So what was the insight behind it and how has it been performing on?
Well, I think the only insight was that, and this is more cultural in nature, to do with our own country's culture, is that we don't take safety very seriously. At least outside the large cities, people don't take safety very seriously. They don't think that there's any threat perception. Many people don't even have locks on their doors. As you go down the pop strata into smaller towns, they don't even lock their homes when they go out for some work. They ask the neighbor to keep a watch on the house. So this was seen to be something that we realized was not good for our citizens, because we had seen that enough and more, I think, acts of break-in and theft and violence and everything else was happening, especially when there were senior citizens at home, children at home. So we realized that as a leading brand, we need to take the initiative of ensuring that we make all our citizens safe, and therefore this thought of Har Ghar Surakshit as a social initiative for the society was actually took birth in 2018, and since then we've been running with it.
And can you tell us what has been the impact of it? Like anything?
Well, I think the level of awareness about safety has gone up multifold. Alongside the Har Ghar Surakshit, we have also launched what is called as direct-to-customer home visits, where through prior appointment, we are also allowing people to seek advice from our specialists and technicians in terms of understanding what is the current safety that is there at their main door and what should it be, given that there is a certain set of things that are in the house and the people living in the house and the size of the house, and our technicians, our service support team visits those houses, give them a complete lowdown on what have we done in the area of safety over the years and how safety and solutions around platforms have evolved, and what could they do to upgrade from current level of safety on the main door to the higher level of safety, which would offer them even greater comfort and peace of mind. So that has helped us. We've done several, I think about 170, 180,000 home visits. Even this year, we've done some 26,000 home visits, where we, in a way, consult the citizens about the current safety. We also launched 2 years back a thing called Your Home Safety Score. So you can actually take a test and figure out how safe is your house and what is the safety quotient, as it is called, your home safety quotient. So that helps them to understand that the safety needs to be enhanced, and therefore which kind of solution should they go with. Our technicians are competent enough to tell them, well, now you can go and look at this solution, you can buy it from this dealer, and we can come and install it for you. So that is how it has evolved over the period of time. And we've kind of gone into people's homes now. So we've taken Har Ghar Surakshit to people's homes now.
And would you say that tier 2 and tier 3 were the main focus in this?
No, I think it's all the cities, but largely, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 also now. And to start with, we started with the larger cities first, along with some security agencies, local security agencies. We tied up, we did several programs, what is likely to create an impact, which is the society activation program. So you would kind of set up a booth in a society compound or a building and probably work with the local security agency in promoting awareness and stuff like that. So from these cities to tier 1 cities to tier 2 cities, so it's now kind of going down, penetrating down the other cities, and our presence also is improving in those cities.
Got it.
Sales presence.
So there's another campaign, BeFikar Living Unlocked. Right?
BeFikar Living, yeah.
So it shows a very tonal shift from functional messaging to lifestyle-led messaging. So what would you say, what was the consumer insight at that point that made you think this is correct for this time?
No, I think there isn't any specific consumer insight which we kind of hit upon. You see, advertising has always been seen to be either functional or emotional. And we realize that functional has a certain role to play, and an emotional payoff has another role to play. So we realize that we must play on some of the key things that help people to really connect well, and therefore there are certain emotional benefits to be derived from. And therefore we moved into, it's always been, for the past several years we've been doing different kind of advertising. So it's been largely to do with what it does to me in my life, and how it improves my life, how it allows me to do and lead my life the way I want to lead, and still be safe in the thought that my home is kind of taken care of. So this whole thing about emotional benefits with a little bit of functional window about the product is what we have realized is the best way to connect and deliver the message. So that's what BeFikar Living has done.
Okay. So Godrej Locks and Architecture had a recent association with KVC.
Right.
Yeah. So from a business standpoint, what clear objectives was behind this association?
Basically, reach. We just wanted to reach as many people as possible because KBC is a very popular program. It's been around for several decades now. So for the last 2 years, we've been realizing that this is a great medium to be on, and therefore, in order to really, and in any case, it is also, in a way, as you see, it's just about building and promoting awareness about what safety is all about, and how now, the leading brand in this country and your most respected and trusted brand is now also having different kinds of digital solutions to be, offered to you to, ensure that you get the 3 benefits I spoke about: enhanced safety, good looking product, and bespoke, and keyless solution that you can offer to the residents and the consumers of our country.
Okay, so any kind of hard numbers or any measurable outcome that you can share with us?
Well, I think there are enough and more numbers that we can share with you. See, we do brand uplift. So what has happened by being on this KBC? What has happened with our BeFikar Living campaign? Pre and post kind of numbers in terms of how the brand has witnessed a shift in some of the key metrics, whether it is about consideration, preference, pre the campaign awareness, post the campaign awareness, and stuff like that, and things like likability and other things. So those numbers are available. But by and large, I think the way we look at it is that apart from the specific campaign objectives that we choose to go after before we begin a campaign in any medium or any media or a set of multimedia options that we work with, we typically look at how much reach are we really able to achieve. What is the, on digital, what is the kind of, click-throughs you're getting, and many such other things that you measure. And then at the end of the day, the last but not the least outcome is what has it done to overall the brand in terms of the perception, in terms of the imagery, in terms of the premiumness, and in terms of the overall sales. So we've seen a great uplift in our digital business. We've been growing 50% year on year.
Okay.
So that's the impact.
Got it. So right now, as you said, digital is becoming a huge part of marketing right now. So what would you say your percentage is, like ad spends percentage is divided between traditional and digital?
Well, there's a long way to go for digital to catch up with mechanical. But I would think that this year we may end up at about between 5 to 7% of all our revenues coming from digital.
Okay. And how is it, which one is prioritized more? Traditional?
Traditional, of course, because that's the bigger chunk. And since most of our country today is still, the penetration of safety devices is still not very high. So as we have begun our, our crusade with respect to Har Ghar Surakshit since 2018, and also alongside that, our effort on the ground to be physically present in some of these cities like tier 2, tier 3 cities, and we have done so. And today, 27% of our revenues come from these tier 2, tier 3 and tier 4 cities, thanks to the Har Ghar Surakshit campaign, and thanks to our post Har Ghar Surakshit launch, our efforts in being available in those markets through our effort with our channel partners. I think I do believe that mechanical will continue to hog our attention because that will continue to give us the numbers. But at the same time, cities and metro towns are likely to rapidly move towards digital. So the share of cities from digital will increase as opposed to mechanical, but the mechanical locks revenues in the smaller towns will continue to dominate before digital actually steps in there.
Okay, and is print somewhere in the planning strategy?
Print largely for certain industry verticals that we focus on, for example, and the influencer communities. For example, in the hospitality business, we do some amount of print advertising with the respective, publications that are directed at the hospitality audience.
Okay.
Then there is influencer community of architects and interior designers. So we do advertise in some of these publications also. So that's the level of advertising so far as print is concerned. Otherwise, it's largely digital.
Okay.
And also the traditional television medium like we are doing with Sony TV, the KBC campaign right now.
Right now, the focus is also to penetrate deep into tier 1 and tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So, can you share any kind of a moment or a campaign where a regional platform has performed better than metro cities?
See, during festival time, we use regional platforms.
Okay.
So whether it is Onam in Kerala or Durga Puja in West Bengal and some of the eastern states where Durga festival is a big festival, or for that matter Ganesh Chaturthi in western region in Maharashtra, Gujarat and parts of Karnataka. That time we do regional advertising, and that has also helped us a great deal. But that's more tactical in nature. It's just to make sure that we take advantage of the festival related consumer behavior in terms of buying things for their homes on the occasion of the festival or doing up their homes or whatever. Across categories you witness this, in our category too. And that has helped us in delivering tactical, I think, results.
Okay, and it has been better than metro cities.
I mean, obviously when you have regional, media being used for festivals, that delivers far greater impact than any national television can do.
Okay.
Well, the content matters there.
So, AI and technology has been used a lot by brands right now. So, would you say AI or technology has helped you, shorten the research phase for a consumer while they
See, we have yet to make any meaningful beginning with AI.
Okay.
Most companies are still kind of understanding where can AI help, where can organizations benefit from. So I don't think as of now there is any concrete evidence to suggest it has helped us in A, research, or B, shorten the length of the time that we take to research, or shorten the length of time we take to introduce new products in the marketplace. It's still evolving. We're still kind of trying to figure out what it can do for all of us, for everybody in the industry. So I think it will be a matter of a few years before we really are able to very authoritatively say how is AI helping us in XYZ jobs.
Okay. So AI and technology is not being right now used for personalization or audience targeting as well?
No, I think we are doing a bit of personalization of messaging and content, but it's not so big as of now. I mean, in the sense that we still, I mean, if you look at consumer behavior so far as e-marketplaces are concerned, there AI and machine learning is playing a big role.
Okay.
But for us, I think we still have to explore various avenues in which we can actually leverage AI and machine learning in order to do more, I think, sharper targeting, deliver personalized messaging and content across various channels and platforms, both digital, social media, and all of that. So it's still evolving. I can't have any specific numbers to share with you as to what it has done to us so far. It's pretty early to say anything about it.
Okay. So we are right now at the end of 2025. Going ahead, what would you say are the concrete marketing goals that Godrej Locks and Architectural Solutions are looking at?
Well, one of our goals has always been to sustain our leadership in locks and now digital, and grow our relative market share vis-a-vis competition. Next objective, marketing objective, is to deliver on our digital aspiration, digital locks aspiration of making it at least 10% of all our revenues going forward in the next 2 to 3 years. Clearly, we are looking at improving our reach and awareness with respect to digital. We are also looking at the fourth objective is to up the contribution of tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 from currently 27% to as 30 to 40% over the next 3 to 4 years, because India lives in those cities, not in the big markets. And we believe that now there is prosperity all over in most parts of the country, and there is opportunity to really leverage that prosperity to our advantage. So that's the fourth thing we're looking at. And obviously there are growth related objectives with respect to revenue growth and many such things. So I think those are the things we're looking at from 26 onwards into the next 3 years.
And any kind of a lesson from 2025 that you would like to maybe rectify in 2026? Any change in brand messaging or communication strategies?
No, not lesson, but you see, whenever we spend money and whenever we plan our marketing, calendar, we do have certain things that we kind of evaluate quite regularly, and then basis the, and right now you see the only filter we use is return on marketing investment. So we use that metric very often to understand whether a certain initiative has resulted in the kind of return we expected or it has not. So there are a few things, like for example, some exhibitions that we have been participating for the last several years. We may want to now do a relook at those exhibition opportunities and look for some newer opportunities. So those are the kind of learnings that we are taking into next year.
Got it. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank
And
you
this
very
has
much.
been insightful.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to
Thank
talk
you
to
for
you.
being an Impact Magazine.
Thank you.